Hey Peaches! Hi everyone! I know it's been a second. I am so glad that we all found time to do this. Tell your friends to come over. It's gonna be fun. Hi Peaches, hi everybody. So, we're gonna go straight to all our topics that we posted throughout the week. Hi guys, thank you for joining me again. Hi everybody. Hello. Hey Peaches. Okay, so I'm so glad you guys are here. Hi everybody. Give me a thumbs up when you get here so I know you're here and active. And then if you have any other question about what we're going to be discussing today, you can always write it in the comments below and we will take it from there. Okay Peaches? Yes? Sounds good? Hi Peaches, hi. I'm struggling so hard to read the name, so forgive me if I'm not able to mention your name, but I'll keep looking. I'll stand up. Cherry and Samantha, hi guys. So as you know, throughout the week we did post a couple of videos from Monday through to Friday, and today we will be going over it, and I will share my thoughts as usual on it. And then if you have any other thing to add to the videos that we posted throughout the week, please feel free to write in the comment below, and let's do this. I would like to say thank you again for joining. If you're new, you're very welcome. If you are an old peach, I'm so glad you're still here. Let's get right into it, okay? Now, disclaimer, whatever I say or tell you, you don't necessarily have to do that. Remember that not everything works for everyone, but at least you can learn a thing or two, and then it would enhance your marriage or relationship or wherever you are in the field of relationships. So number one, the first video was saying, the first video said, my hubby is getting boring in bed and doesn't do well when he goes down on me, and I don't know what to do and I don't know what to tell him or how to go about it. And this is what I think. Most of the times, it's very difficult for women to be active or be verbally active when it comes to sexual matters. Women normally or usually would rather not say anything at all, because from where I come from, you're tagged as a spoiled person. If you go tell your husband that, I don't think that you're doing well. I mean, of course, you would know his performance since you started dating or since you've been married. So if it declines, you would definitely know that this is not the performance that I am used to. For you to say something, we're always tagged as bad. You're a bad person. You're insatiable. We can't satisfy you. You are spoiled. So it makes it really, hi Mimi, it makes it really difficult for women to be open about sex in my part of the world, where I come from. But I would like to encourage all my peaches that communication is everything. If you're not able to tell your husband or your partner you're with now that the sexual fun and ecstasy and everything that you used to get from him is declining, it's going down, then I don't think that you're in a relationship. That is a master and a slave kind of a relationship, and that's not why we're here. You get it, Peach? You cannot be in a master and a slave relationship with your husband or with your boyfriend. That's not gonna work. That's not how relationships work. This is how relationship works. Now, you have to be able to verbalize exactly how you feel. You should be able to tell this man that what we're going through right now, this sexual drive, your sexual drive has died down. It's not the same thing. You don't last as long as you used to, or maybe you're lasting too long, more than you used to. Some people don't like long sex, and that is totally okay and fine. Some people go through so much pain when a sex lasts more than 30 minutes or 20 minutes or even 5 minutes. It depends on who you're dealing with. It depends on the size of the man. It depends on how ready you are as a woman, because most men, not all of them, but most men don't even know how to get a woman ready before they have sex. So sexual discussions, personally, it's very, very important, because I think that it's the centerpiece of that home. It holds it together. You should talk about it. So to my peach who sent me that message, if you feel like your husband is not doing it well, he's declining, or he's overdoing it, or it's over empowering and you can't take it, please say something. Because you ignoring it and not saying anything at all to this man, it feels like you're just taking it in. You're taking everything in. The very day that you lose it, it will be bad. It's going to probably end up in a fight or something that you can never recover from. And that is not how a marriage or a relationship should be. In forging forward, you should be able to tell this peach or your husband exactly how you feel. Listen, for example, you can say, honey, I need us to talk about our sexual life. Probably he's going to sit down and say, hey. Oh my, go ahead, honey, go. You want to go upstairs? Yes. Oh God, it's Saturday and my kids are home, so you'll be hearing a lot of him. So just so you know, heads up. Right. And I was back to saying you can just have this discussion. You can call him and sit down with him and say, hey, we need to talk about our sexual life. And this is what I feel. I feel like when you do this, you used to be very enthused about it. You used to be fun. You used to have time for me. You used to kiss me from my head to my toe. Now you don't. And I get it. Maybe it is work stress, but whatever it is, let me know so I can help you through it. We are in this together. So if at any point you need help with something, maybe when you used to kiss me from head to toe, you didn't have too much work to do. It wasn't stressful. We didn't even have kids then. Do you understand? Because kids add a lot of stress and weight to the relationship. People think that as soon as you have the kids, things will be okay. But things are never the same after you have kids. Because after putting 2 or 3 kids to bed, and then, preparing dinner and doing everything, you get to bed and your sex drive is like this. Sometimes we actually, as women, we actually pass out even before our husbands get to us. And some of the men too, when they come home from work and they're very exhausted and everything, they get to the house and they get to bed and they pass out. So the time that he is going to have to be able to communicate and adore your body and worship your body in bed and everything, it's not there. It's not there. And listen, I have 3 kids, so I know what I'm talking about. I am just being real with you because I'm always real with you guys. So talk about it. The moment you start discussing it, babe, I know it's stressful on you. I'm talking about the husband's talking to the wife. I know this is stressful on you. Bless you, Hima. I know this is stressful on you. I know that it's hard, and I know that you cooking and cleaning and putting the kids to bed and everything, our sex drive is dying down, and I really want to know what I can do to help. Can I help with the household chores so that by the time we get to bed, we both have a little energy left for ourselves? This shouldn't be a very hard conversation to have with your husband or your wife. And so for this peach, it came from a woman, so I'm thinking the women are the ones who are taking it hardest. I don't know about you men. If the men are also not taking it or they are not also enjoying it, I think that they should also say something. But at this time, it is a woman that wrote to me and said, hey, he's not doing nothing. He's just underperforming, and I am feeling it, and I don't know how to talk to him about it. Men and their ego, it's really hard to even open up and tell him, because the moment you say that, he feels like you're bruising his ego, and I understand that. But honey, if we don't talk about this, nobody else. Would you rather me go and talk to my girlfriends about that instead of talking to you? I don't think so. Would you rather your wife go out and talk to her family members or one girlfriend that she thinks she can trust and tell her about the fact that your sexual drive has died down and you're not being as active as you used to be? I don't know. It's your prerogative. If you want to do that, that's okay. But I feel like if you allow her to talk to you about it, hold on, peaches. Of course, if you brought your wine glass, raise it to this. I think that it should be okay for her to discuss it with you rather than to discuss it with anybody else outside. Okay, so that is my point to you, my peach. Please try and initiate a conversation. If he brushes it aside or if he doesn't say anything about that, and it means that he probably is not ready for it, and then keep trying. Don't just feel like I tried the first time and he didn't give me any, he wasn't into the conversation and all of that, so I'm not going to do it again. No, don't do that. If you try the first time and he brushes aside or he doesn't get too engaging, try again. Just keep trying until he gets your point, because you're going to be very miserable not enjoying your sex life with your husband. Look, it is for better, for worse. You're going to be married to him until you die. So if you want to be miserable from now till you die, that is your choice. And I don't think any of my peaches deserve that. So you have to open up your mouth and say something. Okay? Now, let's go to the next one. If you didn't get a better explanation of this, let me know, and then maybe we can get into a deeper line on that. But let's jump to our second question. Tuesday, our question was, hubby can't let go of the past and it brings it up always or anytime that we have misunderstanding. This is a very interesting yet sensitive topic of retrusting or trusting again after a trust is broken. To trust somebody again after a trust is broken is really a big deal. Most of the time, we feel like trust will repair itself. See, trust doesn't repair itself. What happens with trust is that you need to work on what you've broken. If you feel or you think that after breaking a trust, it will automatically rebuild itself, you're living in a bubble. And I'm here to probably bust that bubble and let you know that come to the real world, where when trust is broken, you have to work on building it up again. So if you, the husband, can't let go of the past, I don't know what exactly happened between my peach and the husband that is making the husband not trust her again or keeps bringing the past. But I also feel like, what is it that you're also repeatedly doing that's making this man bring the past again? Because most of the time, what happens is that some of these men, if not all of them, I always say not all of them, some of these men most of the time feel like the things that you did to get him to that point, you have not stopped doing it. The thing that you did to get him to not trust you again, you keep repeating it directly or indirectly. Sometimes you don't know that you're doing it. You feel like, oh, I am not directly telling you this, but my actions, because we all know actions speaks louder than words, right? So your actions might be telling him that, whatever, I mean, you did that and I'm also doing this, and then we're even. The moment you get to a point in your marriage where you want to be even with your husband or even with your wife, you've lost everything. You've lost everything. If you know what I mean, you've lost everything. You cannot be in a marriage and want to be even or be, he did this to me, so I'm going to be doing the same thing. Don't do it. Because the moment you do that, to me, it feels like you've gotten to a breaking point in that relationship. So this hobby, I don't know why some people also can't let go of the past. Now, let me tell you this. The Bible says, and I believe in the Bible says to forgive is divine, right? Yes? So if you want divine favor and divine restoration on you, I think that you should be able to forgive. And forgiving doesn't mean that you totally forget what your wife or the person did to you. If you have become one flesh, you got married to this woman, you said for better or for worse, and we are one flesh, we're in this together, and everything else we do is the two of us. If for any reason at all, you end up not trusting this woman, it means you don't trust yourself, because you are one. You get the analogy here. You guys are one. It is you and your wife. And you don't trust your wife. It's like, I don't trust my left hand. And I am my right hand. But then again, I don't know what to do with it, because anytime I need help, it is immediately this one comes to my aid. And immediately this one goes to your aid. You need to be able to trust each other, to coordinate, to work through it. So that your kids that are watching from afar would learn a thing or two, because you are the yardstick. You are the yardstick to success, and you're the yardstick to parenthood and everything that comes with relationship. They will pick it from home, they will take it out. So this hobby that you can't let go of the past, I need you to learn how to forgive. You need to learn how to forgive your wife or whatever she did to you, so that you guys can move on. Because the more you keep going back to that, the more you're stuck. You don't want to have a stagnant relationship where moving forward is a struggle. Because if you can't move forward, then what the heck are you guys doing? Nothing, right? Nothing, absolutely nothing. So that was our question number 2, that the hubby can't let go and keeps bringing up. Please don't bring that up again, because the more you bring that up, the more you bring the woman down, because she feels like she probably has done everything possible to make sure that you can forgive and forget about what she did, but you cannot let go, and that would also hurt your woman. You don't want to do that. So try and not bring it up in the past is in the past. Let it go. Let it go. It might not take a day or two. It might not take a month or even a year, but gradually let it go. And your home will be beautiful. You're going to have a beautiful home. You're going to have a peaceful home. See, when you forgive, you actually have a peace of mind, even more than the person that hurt you. So forgive her so that you can have a peace of mind yourself. Get it? Okay, sounds good. Okay, so let's do question number 3. So question number 3 was about the in-laws in marriages. Peach wanted to know whether or not it's okay to have in-laws in marriages so you can have a great marriage. Do you need your in-laws in your marriage to have a great marriage? This is also a very sensitive topic. This is what I think. I think that most of the times, because we are not the people that bore the kids, we are not the people that gave birth to our husbands. Of course, they came from parents, they came from mothers, they came from fathers, they came from a home before we met them, or before God blessed us with them, or before God blessed them with us, as always. I think that you should be able to have a cordial relationship. You don't have to make them your friends. They're not necessarily your friends. See, the in-law issue starts right from even before you're married to their son or their wife or your wife. The moment you walk into that house, the treatment that you get, the welcome that you get will determine, that is where it starts from. The welcome that you get from your in-laws will determine how it will go, or where it will be heading towards, or how it will end. So personally, I think that if you start a relationship, wherever you start a relationship from will determine the future of you and your in-laws. But no matter what you do, be cordial. Because they came from a home, they came from a family, they were raised by somebody, they were given birth by somebody. So you keep it as in-law-ish as possible, if there's any word like that. In-law-ish as possible. You give them their due respect. You don't cross boundaries. You don't insult them. You stay in your lane. You do what you have to do so they can do what they have to do. That's it. But if you have an in-law that you have this relationship with, what you built right from the start. Some in-laws, I know some daughter-in-laws and mother-in-laws that talk on the phone every day, because that's how they started the relationship. Well, before she got married to the son, they would call each other, they would talk about her work, how was this, blah, blah, blah. So that relationship, they started building right from there. So if you marry the son, if you finally become the wife, that relationship can be broken. It's a bond that you've already created with your in-law. But if you didn't have that kind of relationship with your in-law, beginning of the relationship with the son, it's going to be tough to just jump from that to that. People build on that, and I respect those people a lot, because some people might think that, oh, because you married to that the wife or the your husband, you're now trying so hard to build something with them. No, most of the time, what happens is that when you do it, you come across as somebody who is trying so hard. Do not try so hard. Be cordial, be respectful, be the person that somebody says you appear and disappear. Well, hi Peach. No, actually, I didn't appear and disappear. I took some time off to do family things, but we're here. So we're back on the in-laws. Ahima, don't do that, honey. Don't. Back on the in-laws. So it depends on the relationship that you built with your in-law, beginning of the relationship you have with the son, or the relationship you have with a wife. If you didn't have any relationship to begin with, it's going to be tough to build it suddenly. Ahima, it's cold outside. You can't go out. Ahima, no, honey. Okay, close it.
It smells like poop.
Okay. Well. Sorry, Peaches, we're back. It's going to be an interesting day today. All right, so that, as I was saying, you have to know that it doesn't grow. The relationship with in-laws doesn't grow overnight. And no, you don't necessarily need to have the in-laws to have a great marriage. No, you don't. Because what happens is that when you're able to respect them like cordial, you have to be cordial with them and respect them and give them whatever they need, and then you're also there, you can have an amazing marriage. What about those that are their in-laws are dead? Don't they have good marriage? Right? What about those that don't have in-laws at all? Because somebody married an orphan and they have an amazing marriage. But if you do have one, do right by them and stay in your lane. Just be cordial, be respectful, stay in your lane, do what you have to do for them. But the Bible says respect your mother and your father and live long, right? So allow them to do that. Allow your husbands to do that. And do that as a wife as well. And you're going to have an amazing home, right? No foul. Everything should be fine. So that will be on the in-laws bits. So, this is question number 4. Hubby's ex-girlfriend's birthday comes up and hubby acts very funny in the house. Go put in the kitchen for me, baby. Please, go. Hubby's ex-girlfriend's birthday comes up and hubby acts funny in the house. See? My problem with this very question is that why are you keeping track of your husband's ex-girlfriend's birthday? Personally, I don't understand that. Why are you keeping track of your husband's ex-girlfriend's birthday? You see, it's such a long line of coming all the way down to you. Like, why are you keeping track of that? I don't even know if this girl even remembers you or even cares about you. Do you think that she is out there? Maybe she's not married. Do you think she's out there dating other men, having a time of her life and thinking about her ex-boyfriend's wife? Some people do. Don't get me wrong. But you see, maturity is when you are able to put everything behind you, forge ahead in life, and deal with the matters at hand right now. If you cannot deal with that, what you have, because I'm sure your plate is already full with your husband, with family members, with your children, with your career, with your school, with church, with friends. You have a lot on your plate. How do you even make time for this ex-girlfriend? Your husband's ex? I don't understand that. Please, Peach, do not waste your time. Precious time. See, time is fleeting by. It doesn't wait for nobody. Do not waste your precious time thinking about your husband's ex-girl. I don't get that. Husband's ex-girlfriend. Do not. Because you know why? That little, even if it was a 1 minute time that you used in thinking about your husband's ex-girlfriend, that 1 minute you will never get back for the rest of your life till you die. You just wasted it. This 1 minute will never come back to you again, ever. You literally wasted it. You could have used that 1 minute for something more valuable, something more educational, something to add good thing to you. Just, okay, why don't you just sleep for 1 minute? Do you know how much you'll be doing to your body? Do you have any idea? I don't think so. So please, let's not dwell in the past too much. If your husband is giving you a reason to think that he still has something to do with this ex, if he's giving you a reason to think that, please sit him down and talk to him about it. You communicate your feeling, communicate how you're feeling, communicate what is going on with you. Because at this point in our marriages or in our lives or in our relationship, we can't just assume. It is too expensive to just sit in the house and assume. Assumptions kills a lot of vibes. The happy home. It brings down things that you're supposed to be talking and having fun with. You would rather be fighting and wasting time. So do not just sit there and assume that, oh, tomorrow is going to be this girl's birthday. No wonder my husband is acting funny in the house. Honey, you don't want to do yourself a disservice by thinking about this girl because she probably might not be thinking about you. So, let it go. Stop thinking about your husband's ex-girlfriend and her birthday. She is as irrelevant as the name ex. She is ex. Do you know what that means? She doesn't exist. She is gone. Don't bother your pretty head over her anymore, Peach. There's a reason why she's an ex and you are the wife. Think about that. Now, question number 5. Perfect wife or perfect marriage? Is there anything somebody wanted to know? Or is there anything as a perfect wife or a perfect marriage? Now I can put my book down. So this is the deal. There's nothing, and I repeat, there's nothing as a perfect wife or a perfect marriage. Nobody under this sun has a perfect marriage. None. And nobody can have a perfect marriage. Because the ones that looks very perfect probably are the ones that cry a lot when nobody's watching. So instead of dwelling on somebody else's from afar or somebody else's that you see, dwell on yours, work on yours, water yours. Because you could have that close to perfect marriage. This close to perfect, close to perfection. The more you work on what you have, you work on that daily. Those people that you think are perfect, it is because they are working on their marriage every single day of their life that they are married together with each other. And that's how come they appear perfect. They are appearing perfect because they communicate. When you do something, the wife does something wrong to the husband, she talks about it. Hey, what you did wasn't right, honey. You can't do that. That's not allowed. Or the husband will say, honey, what you did wasn't good. Please don't repeat that again. And the wife is like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even notice that. See, they communicate. They talk about how they feel. It's like somebody biting you and you're like, oh, okay, that was a bite. No, let them know that was a bite. That was a bite. Ouch, it hurts. See, you communicate how you're feeling. You cannot just say, oh, that's a bite. The person will do it again because they think that you like the bite. So your tonation, your body language, the way you're working on the marriage that you have. You can have a near perfection kind of marriage, but you can't have a perfect marriage because we are humans and we are flawed. We always have something that will come up from nowhere and mess up everything that you have. But you know what? Because you're strong and you're resistant and you keep working on it, you will have a near perfect marriage or a near perfect wife. We also want a near perfect husband. Why not? We deserve it. It's not only the men that want a near perfect wife. No. We women also want a near perfect husband. But a near perfect husband is someone who also communicates his feelings, who also doesn't have too many mood swings to mess up the moods that we're always in. Because I am half of the time in a very happy mood. So if I have a husband who is moody, I need him to tell me what is going on with him. Do you understand that? I need him to tell me what is going on with him. So if he tells me what's going on with him, maybe I am too hyped, so I can bring it down a little notch, a little bit, and then we can adjust. You see, compromising is everything in marriage. You have to be able to compromise. If your husband is here and you're also here and he wants you to have the same mood, you can meet each other halfway. And then isn't that perfect? It's near perfect. It probably won't be like here, but you know, it could be here or here. Whatever it is, you are both working on it. And that's the most important thing. So if you want to have a perfect marriage, or you want your wife to be a perfect wife, or you, my peach, if you're trying to be a perfect wife, listen, don't go killing yourself over that perfection, because we don't have anything like that. You need to learn to accept whatever you have, to accept whatever God blessed you with, to accept whatever that you're working with right now. Work on it. If he's not perfect, no man will be perfect. She's not perfect. No woman is perfect. But the more you work on your marriage, step by step, the more you encourage it, the more you water it, it will grow. It will blossom. It's going to be beautiful. People will stand somewhere and wonder, how do you do this? Well, I work on it. That's how I do mine. So do same. Work on yours. Meet them halfway. If there's something going on with him at work, be the voice in his head that's calming him down. If there's something that he's going through with family issues, be that calm in his life. If your wife is going through a very tough time at work or with school or with her career or something, be her peace too. Work with her. That is how you gain a perfect marriage or a perfect wife or a perfect husband. So do not always be in a haste or a hurry to jump into conclusions and look at other people and say, hey, they have a good home. Oh, they have a good relationship. Oh, that's a good husband. Oh, that's a good wife. Honey, they work on it. That's how come it looks that good. So for you to be able to get one, work on yours. And those were our 5 topics for the whole week, Monday through to Friday. We talked about everything. I posted the videos. If you haven't seen it, you can always go back there and check it. And if you have anything to write on it, you can do so right away. So we will be also doing random health discussions. I have lots of health things that I want to talk to you about. Mammogram. We did pap smear last year or 2. We're going to be doing colonoscopy, colon cancer screening, and what it entails. All those things, I am pumped about them. And the African American community seems to have a very higher rate of colon cancer. So I am very particular about that. I really want us to get into that and talk about it one day. Soon, actually. I think it will be soon, yes. Soon. And we will learn how we can get screened and how we can prevent colon cancer. We will also learn how we can, what age we can go for mammogram. We're women, right? So let's educate ourselves and learn a thing or two. So it's been good. Thank you for being here. I will do well to share this video on the Instagram page as well in case you want to rewatch it later on. Thank you for being here, Peaches. And let's go back to our wine and I will see you soon.